What is going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. Yeah, guys, today I wanted to talk about how the Philippines can well possibly be one of the best places to retire. The age that foreigners are allowed to go retire in the Philippines um, with a visa that is called the SRRV visa is 50 years old, guys, which is crazy, by the way. That is a very, very low age to go be able to get a retirement visa and basically a residency in another country. Now, the other low part and low barrier of entry is financially, guys. I mean, literally, if you guys watch, Nomad Capitalist and different channels like this, they always discuss European countries, South American countries, Bahamian countries, things of that nature. Very rarely do they discuss about the Philippines and their barrier of entry into the country. And I want to believe because it's just so cheap that they don't want to put it out there that it's that easy to get. But literally, guys, if you are 50 years old and above, have a pension, social security, any kind of disability payment that is $1,000 a month, you qualify. All right, literally, guys, it's that easy. The You do a one-time payment of $1,400 plus a $360 fee, which goes one time for processing or whatever. Then it's at $1,000 a month, guys, that you can show proof, be it a pension, be it a disability, whatever. That is literally unheard of, guys, in any other country. I'm talking, low barrier, low entry barrier countries generally tend to be in the $100,000 range, guys. Where you're basically buying a residency. You guys can do your own research online, watch some more YouTube videos, but in my opinion, if I was not married to my Filipina, I'm going to the Philippines on a whole other visa scheme because I'm married to a Filipina, so I have different rights basically as a foreigner. As my wife, is a permanent resident here, she has rights. I'm doing the same thing there. So I will discuss the whole process if you're marrying someone. But any of you guys 50 years old, you can leave your country, Australia, I believe any country that has military relations with the Philippines, check your country. But the US is definitely on it. Canada is definitely on it. Australia, UK is definitely on it. So 50 years old, guys. You guys could be 50 years old, have $1,000 a month. And if you don't have $1,000 a month, to show as a pension or whatever, you can show assets as well as put a $20,000 deposit, US dollar deposit, in an account, which is basically held in some type of trust by the government, some type of government agency. I'm not too sure right now, but they basically hold it in trust for as long as you're there. And, it's basically their guarantee that you're invested in the country. Okay. You don't get interest on those funds. You're not able to pull it out and spend it, but that's basically their way of making sure you will not be a financial burden to the country. God forbid if something tends to happen to you, or if all of a sudden your money gets cut off, that's their assurance that you will not be some type of burden, and whatever liabilities you incur while you're in the country will be covered with that 20K. So, which is also just stupid cheap, guys. I mean, a new Ford F-150 truck here in the US costs $60,000, guys. A truck, a Ford F-150, all right? Think about that. For 20 grand, for less than the price of a truck, you can probably be living in the Philippines for 5 years, have that 20K tucked, and be living like a king, guys. All right. So, I mean, it doesn't take a genius or a rocket scientist to do the deductions and the math and figure it all out. But, in my humble opinion, guys, if I was 50 years old looking to get out of the States, and had 20 grand, even if I didn't have a monthly pension and I had that 20 grand and that $1,500 fee, I would do it, guys, straight up. Like, there is no other place that I have researched. Colombia is extremely hard. It's expensive to do that in. Mexico is just getting way more expensive. If you're lucky enough to live on a border state where you can just roll into Tijuana, not go into the mainland of Mexico, you could live in Tijuana theoretically for 6 months out of the year. They give Americans 6 months out of the year if you apply for it, which 90% of people don't do when they go to Tijuana. But and not only that, when you're in Tijuana, you're not going to have Mexican immigration knocking down your condo door, for anything. So I'm not saying do it, but I'm just saying, guys, in my experience, I've been in Mexico for years on end. I do get my visas, but trust me, no one's trying to kick you out of Mexico if you're not doing nothing stupid. All right. Um, on that note, do your research, do your homework, guys. Please beware of all these websites that these .coms, these .orgs that try to portray themselves as some type of informational or governmental agency, and they're just trying to pull some more extra money from you to do these things. All right, guys. The processes tend to be a little monotonous and repetitive, like in Puerto Rico, which was also colonized by the Spanish. So they have this real, like, triplicate, things need to be in triplicate, in quadruple, but it's, guys, it's literally basic. Any visa application, everything, me and my wife have done it ourselves. We've never hired anyone, guys. There's no need to. You are throwing good money for no reason. So just do your research. Always make sure, if you're looking at any information about visas, anything about the Philippines, make sure that the end of the domain always has a .gov.ph. .gov.ph. That will assure you you're dealing with a government website and all that information is accurate and correct. You will not have no hiccups. You will not have no problems. Any forms you download from that or any emails that you send to anyone on that website will be legit. You'll get great information. That's how we've been doing it, guys. Just make sure you're going to legit sites that are run by the Philippine government and not some site trying to sell you something with some, yeah. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up with some comments. If you guys want more info, I can do more information about this because I know a lot about it. I've been researching it for years, trying to figure out how to get to the Philippines while I was waiting for the visa for my wife. And so I'm pretty well versed in this just from my own research, and I'm going through the process right now. Yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. See you till next time.